بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته and welcome to all of my dear sisters to today's session. Inshallah, today we will be looking at a single letter today, just like we did yesterday. We will be looking at the letter Fa. Now, first of all, the makhraj of the letter Fa, although it may seem like an easy letter, sometimes there are some very easy mistakes that can be made. So let's establish what the correct makhraj or the correct articulation point of the Fa is. Letter Fa uses is a lip letter. So in other words, I mean, we've seen a lot of letters that come from the tongue or the tip of the tongue in particular. The letter Fa is not a letter that is produced by using any part of the tongue. It is used by using the lip, in particular one lip. Okay, so it is the bottom lip which is involved with the pronunciation of letter Fa. So we don't use both lips, which means that we're not trying to. A common mistake is sometimes to bring both lips together and sort of blow. Some people go like, right? It's almost like a blowing action. You don't need to do that. It's only using the bottom lip. Now, how exactly are we using the bottom lip? I want you to imagine that we're going to sort of look at the lip. I want to first look at it from two different angles. So you've got the bottom lip, you've got the part of the lip that shows on the outside of your face, what is showing, and that is known as the dry part of the lip, okay? And then you have the bit of the lip which is on the inside of the mouth, and that's your moist part, okay? It's the bit inside, okay? That is normally it's moist, so that's known as the moist part of the lip, okay? Which part are we using to produce the sound of the letter Fa? We're using the inside of the bottom lip, okay? The inside moist part of the bottom lip is what we are using. Where do we want this bottom part of the lip to go? Where does it touch? Well, we're talking about the upper two incisors, the bottom edge of the upper two incisors, okay? That is where the bottom lip, the inner part of the bottom lip is touching. So if you can see me, because I am also doing this live, then it's F, Fa, Fa. So what you notice when you say the letter Fa, the lip does not go into the mouth. Okay, so you shouldn't see your lips disappearing. If you were to look at yourself in the mirror, you shouldn't be saying, your teeth shouldn't be touching the dry part. You shouldn't get Fa. You shouldn't be biting onto your tongue. You shouldn't be biting onto your lip like that. Fa, Fa. You see, you get a different sound when you do that. So no biting on the bottom lip. Rather, the inside moist part of the lip touches the upper teeth. Okay, it is a very gentle touch. It's not, you don't do it with firmness, and there's a reason for this. If you press too hard onto your teeth, then it makes it very hard for the air to pass through. Okay, and you need this to happen. Okay, you need the letter Fa. The Fa is a letter of hams, which means that you should hear the breath. Okay, so for example, when I say the letter Fa with a fatha, I say Fa, Fa, Fa. You don't press so hard on the teeth. It's very gentle. Okay, with a dhamma, we circle the lips. Fu, Fa, Fu, Fa, Fu. And with a kasra, it is Fi. Notice it's not Fe, it's Fi. So we have an A sound, a U sound, and an E sound. Fa, Fu, Fi, Fa, Fu, Fi. When we have the letter Fa joining to any letter before it, I mean, I've used the letter Hamza in my example, and I've done that with all of the letters, but it could have been any letter that precedes the Fa. As long as the Fa has a sukoon, or it is joining with the letter before, what do we have to make sure we do? I've already mentioned it's a letter of hum, so you need to hear the breath. It is also a letter, a khawa letter, which means that we stay on it. Okay? We prolong the sound of it. We don't just quickly cut off the sound and say F, for example. We say F, F. Can you hear that breath coming through towards the end, right? F. The only way that you're going to get the breath coming through at the same time is if your bottom lip barely, very gently touches the teeth, okay, the upper teeth. And if you press too hard again, what will happen? You'll say, up, 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 up. You'll block the sound and you won't hear the running of the breath because you've blocked the path. There's nowhere for the breath to go, okay? So keep that path open so that the breath can keep flowing. F, Fa, Fu, Fi, F, fa, fu, fi, F. Okay. An example from the Mus'haf with where the fa has a fatha is in the word falamma, falamma, fa. Remember we said it is a light letter, so you'll notice that your lips will open a little bit horizontally and a little bit vertically. Fa, falamma. Notice that I'm not saying fa. If you're making a type ending, you're going to make it heavy. You don't want that. You want it nice and light. Fa, falamma. With a dhamma, we have the word futihat, futihat, fu. So here you are making sure that you circle the lips. Futihat. We have an example where the fa has a kasra. Istaghfiru, istaghfiru, fi, istaghfiru. And the final example is where I have the fa with a kasra, but it's also joint to the letter before it. So I've got a joining fa, which means I have to prolong it. I need the breath to run. Al-mutaf. See how the breath runs? Run the breath first, then say the kasra, then say the e sound after. Al-mutaffifin. Al-mutaffifin. Okay, so you keep it running, and at no point do you stop the sound. You don't say al-mutaf, pause, and then say fifin. You don't do that. You keep a constant flow of the breath. Al-mutaffifin. Okay. Jazakumullahu khairan, and I hope to see you again on Monday. We will be looking at two letters on Monday. We will, inshallah, be looking at the letter Qaf and the letter Kaf. For extra practice for the letter Fa, please click on the link in the WhatsApp, sorry, not the WhatsApp, the YouTube description. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.